Galactic Red Dragon, we actually covered that. You don't need a whole other track. You just need a couple of places where a train can pass another train. If you've ever played a game like Open Transportation Tycoon, you should have come across this concept. Or if you just take trains in real life. I know not everywhere really uses trains as public transport, so maybe it's not as well known. But there are certain stretches, especially tunnels, for example, where it's just not cost effective to run two tracks through them, especially older areas. So instead, oh, did that go the wrong place? No, that's fine. So instead, what they do is the track will move. We'll have a couple of like crossover points where the trains will basically pull in to let another train pass if it's already in motion, and you know that's where the scheduling comes in, and you know the kind of the control area for trains. I'm not sure if the control room is perhaps a little bit too grandiose of a term to use, but it's effectively what it is. And I may as well take it up here as well. There we go. It's like many roads in Scotland. It's one lane most of the way with turnouts to let some go back. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay. That was unfortunate. Oh, I see why. Fair enough. Once all of this gets hooked up, a train should actually make the run down there, because it'll be on the network and will be requesting trains. I just need to take down some chests and a roboport and a couple of robits, and then I can have everything else built while I'm down there. The robot's like, let me on! The moment we connect up to here, because I'm pulling power down from the cliff, it'll be already be connected, basically. In fact, yeah, it looks like construction already finished down there. Right. Let's go get the others done. But we should start seeing our train start making that route, because that farm's priority counter is now going to start counting up. Oh, wow. It is well past tea break time, chat. Right, there we go. We are back. Safe and indeed sound. Are you not within supply? You are not. Let me fix that. There we go. Hopefully someone will take this off my hands. There we go. Okay. Now then. Let's just double check. Is the priority counter starting to tick up? Priority is currently 1. Counter is ticking. The way counter works is every 3.6 thousand update ticks, 60 per second, it will increase the priority of this stop by 1. So that when a request to go to a Yumiko farm comes out, this one is not going to be the one visited. Well, it might be if they're both the same one, but effectively one will eventually drop well below the other, and the other one will be visited by the next time the Yumiko is required. There may be a little bit of overlap initially, but it's not going to be a constant thing. Now, do you request all of the materials we need to set up one of these locations? You've got the quest chest, you've even got the roboports, actually, yeah. All right, very nice. Now, without the roboports ourselves, not going to be able to do much with that. I will take that one roboport off you. Many thank yous. I will take... do you have any bots with you? You are requesting bots, but you don't have any. That's okay. I can give some of my personal ones. Right. Actually, it's going to be way faster if I take the Huh. Now, yeah, okay, so because I haven't built any crossovers, that does actually pose a problem. So I'm not going to be able to take you down there just yet. You're more for when I'm building the rails. So we're going to have to drive down there, set up the roboport so that the logistics request will be able to count what the station has versus what it wants to have. Oh. The one place. Probably don't need this radar. Definitely don't need these. That one could be repositioned, perhaps. Yeah, let's go and do that. Yeah, this is the one that we want to take. The Darkest Dodo, thank you so much for the 33 months, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. And the Parker, thank you very much for the 2nd month. Actually, it says resubscribe for 6 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 2 months. How does that even... What? I don't know. But thank you very, very much indeed for your support. Also, Marshall. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Marshmellers. I wish I could read. Thank you very much for the 11 months. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Have you checked the resistance of Gleber's fauna? Yes, I have. Lasers do not do much to them. Why do you ask? Oh, resub time? I'm down. Thank you very much, Ninja Evan. Was there anything you in particular wanted to ask about Alrigio? Happy to answer any questions you have. Sure, if we pop this here, it'll give us a... maybe if I moved it a little bit further up, but... actually, yeah, I probably should move it a little bit further up. That way I'll have good coverage across the entire rail. Maybe about here. Physical is also 50%. Poison and explosions would be good kills. The Stompers faster, I think. Thing with explosions is you can't make explosives on Gleba until you've researched Gleban science. Agricultural science will be what will allow us to use I think it was a coal synthesis. To be able to make explosives you need coal, and coal isn't a naturally occurring mineral on Gleba. For that you need to use technology, which you gain through Gleban science. Poison, I mean, that would be a useful one. I don't have access to it at the moment, but that is definitely an option, yeah. So would electricity, but I don't have access to that either. Bear in mind, chat voted for me to come to Gleba first, so I have none of the other easy techs that come from the various different let me throw this down quickly. The various different planets, unfortunately. There we go. Now, where did I need to connect you up? Go and check. Uh-oh. Incoming. That's fine. Now you need to connect up to the station, really? I guess so. Oh, no, sorry. You're pulling the red cable. Right, there we go. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, you need to connect up to the red on the minus arithmetic combinator. It's been a while since I set up the system. And it's very easy for me to confuse things. Actually, if I just connect this up here, we're golden. Read bot contents as well, please. Yeah, we've got the train being delivered right now. Fantastic. I'll be able to grab the chests off it. Right, need buff chest. Need the requester chest. I'm going to grab the requester chest at any rate. Throw down a couple of extra buffer chests. There we go. Let's just go and quickly copy this. Nice and simple. Yeah. Now, hopefully, this will result... Oh, well, actually, it doesn't have bots, so it won't result in that, but... I can drop a couple in. So, logi bots there, construction bots here. I'll give you half of mine. There we go. It's already inserted a couple because this will put them more in if there's ever a need for them. If we ever lack construction bots, it'll be added. There we go. Now, obviously, it didn't grab any Yumako there, but we can more or less build the rest of this place remotely now that this is connected. And having radar there is very, very much appreciated. Could move it now though, but I think this is okay. Okay, let's head back to base. High time for us to go home. And for me to have a tea break. I need to do the math to see whether you can use coal synthesis to do coal liquefaction and get enough sulfur out of the oil to keep the process going with just an input of carbon. It would be very cool if you could. I love it when games allow that kind of... If you optimize it, you can effectively kickstart a system which is then self-sustaining. Something I enjoy quite a lot in the game industry is taking enough materials down to a planetary landing site that it can kickstart a process which allows you to continue producing certain materials that would otherwise not be available on the map. There we go. All right, we made it back. Let's see how the... oh, there's lots more smelters being made. That's glorious to see. Very, very happy with that. Not that many greens. Actually, no, we have produced all of the green circuits. They are available at the very least. That's good to see. Given that, I'm going to say, if there is a desire for more, we should probably bring them over. There we go. And I would like to request green circuits, 400 of them. If that can be delivered, then it's going to make the system much more responsive. Well, for a time anyway. Okay. That's pretty awesome. Really happy with what we've managed to do so far this stream. Obviously, there's lots more to do. But we're edging ever closer to being able to look at setting up rockets. I want to get the Numako farm going, though. And ideally, I'd like to get a jelly nut farm as well. If I could afford to do that, that would be grand. Oh, actually, looking at this, suddenly noticed that that place was so low threat for so long. I haven't even set up actual ammo requests. So let's get that sorted, shall we? There you go. Because now that's a full farm that is going to need a lot of protection. All right. Back into space, that'll happen later. We have extended the smelting stacks and are in the process of continuing to extend them, but I'm going to mark that one as checked. Build basic infrastructure mall, still not there. Gonna add a new tag. Double fruit farms. There we go. All right. Pretty happy with what we've got. We've got the basis down here for us to expand this much more. And that's the big thing. What would probably be best is if I had these as active provider chests so that they would push anything unloaded into the buffer chest that I've created. And what would likely be even better than that is if I added in a system to drop any items that aren't needed here off onto the supply train, and then I have that just dump it when it returns. Ooh, where's the train? Picking up some jelly nuts. That's fine. All right, okay, it's high time for a tea break, chat. I should probably save the cave once again. So let's do another cave save. Save, there we go. Resume. While I'm gone, you can enjoy watching the factory more or less doing what it's meant to do, which is an oddity. We do need to expand this out a bit. Would you rather watch one of the farms, or do you want to watch the factory, chat? Tea and crumpets. I'm not going to have crumpets. I don't need to eat. I need to drink, but not need to eat. Hey, Dictator Penguin, thank you so much for the 7 months, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Factory or ferrets? Sadly, you cannot watch the ferrets because the ferrets are at the other end of the house, sleeping. I mean, even if I could, even if they were here, all you would see is their blankets and the rhythmic pulsing of them taking deep breaths and maybe a paw sticking out and twitching a little bit as they dream. Which I'm sure now I describe it, you probably would be very excited to watch. Alas, you can't. I'm sorry. I have failed you. But one day when I've got a new camera, then maybe I'll set something like that up. Anyway, gonna step aside. Enjoy watching the factory. I'm gonna let you watch the smelting stack, which hopefully will get up to full speed sometime this millennium. We'll see. The other thing I could do, honestly, is just bunk a load of speed modules in there. It would draw more power, but it's an option. Right, let's fix that broken name tag, shall we? It's actually, is it that? Let me have a quick look. Yeah, it's got a U in it. Okay. Now then, chat, did we have any big attacks while I was gone? Did we get stomped? I may legitimately need to create a system to pick things up afterwards. I'll bring it back. Also, well, no, I guess having them just available like that is fine. Everything planted here? Did you manage to plant everything? You did. Yes, they destroyed the base. Everything is gone, but chat rebuilt it. Oh, thank you very much, chat. I can always count on you. No new shells over on this side either. Okay, I'm fairly happy with that so far. All right then. So first and foremost, we need to get growing happening over here. We could potentially have 2 fields here if I really, really desperately wanted. I don't though, so I think I'm okay. What I would like is to plonk you probably somewhere here, right there. And then I'm going to want this glorious mush everywhere that isn't yet able to sustain stuff. I'll let it get built first, but we need to add farm supplies. I need the agricultural towers. Now, with that, we're going to need to set up a production for the agricultural towers. Thankfully, it's very easy. Spoilage, landfill, 3 electronic circuits, and steel. Made in assembler. Not too bad. Okay. Oh, we do have these being made. Huh. Oh, damn it. I want to put this somewhere. Where do I want to put it, though? Sure, let's pop it down there. That's a very high quality station. We have a look at that. That's going to increase the max consumption, so it can recharge faster, and the speed that the robots recharge at. Might as well just plonk it down somewhere. Right, okay. So, given this, we've got landfill down here that is going into a chest. We've got spoilage also down here. In fact, I could even run a little spoilage line across. I would still need to request a couple of things, though. Why did I place that there? Oh, it's completely surplus to demand. Okay. Electronic circuits and steel is all that's left. You know what? Let's just tell it to read the ingredients. Spoilage will need to come down from over here. Got spoilage. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've got loads. So let's have... let's go with these for now, because it's going to be a bit safer for me. If you're wondering... Well, actually, I don't strictly need to do that one. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have them split so that this one can then specifically request spoilage and will not clog the line, is what I'm doing here. Which is quite an important one. There we go. Now, it actually might be better to upgrade these. Let's see if we have the necessary components. Do not. Okay. Then I'm going to have to go and do that myself then. There we go. And hopefully we can get that one set up relatively soon. How is production going over here? Got everything but the speed modules. Are we... Oh, we're not shy on components. We're shy on bots, I think. Yeah. Alright, I'll just go move the components myself then. It's easy enough done. But yeah, it does feel like... Do you have... Oh, let's go and have a look. Small stomper. Again, the only thing it managed to destroy is a power pole. 2 of them, but scarcely a big issue for me. And it's the electronic circuits over here as well. Well, let's vary some more across then. Well, that said, apparently now we're seeing loads of them filtering up. What suddenly changed? Did they only just build the request a chest, maybe? Or they finally got so few other requests that they're able to manage it all. I'm not really sure, but either way, very glad to see. Very glad to see. Getting a bit of a stall on the iron line, though. That isn't great. Why is that? What happened? We have got a lack of bioflux. It's coming through now, but... Too little too late? Too little too late, yeah. Let's hope that this one eventually gets some bacteria on the go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they've already kickstarted it. All right. It's not too bad then. That power pole had 2 days until retirement. Are we going to have to start feeling bad about power poles now? Apparently, yes. Chat are cruel. Not sure how much these stack to. Stack size 20. We do not need 20. We scarcely even need 10. But it's fine. How much have I told you to stockpile? Stockpile 5 at a time. Okay, from that, as I mentioned, we should now be able to hook everything up down here. So this is going to be delivered. I will need some belts. We've already got some blue belts. That's fantastic. How have I set it up elsewhere? Just the fruit. I just deliver the fruit through a tunnel. So it really wouldn't be any better for the growing area if I did that via a via bots. It's just as good this way. Bulk inserters, both directions. There, and then the tunnel. Then from there, we will simply... actually, I will have this immediately... Oh. Yeah, let's make use of the line properly from here. My lord. There we go. Now I am going to have to bring down my logistics network down to this point. Oh, damn it. Down to this point. And for that, I'm going to need a little bit of extra something just to have power. Actually going to need power over here too, thinking about it. Or could I make that with a single power pole? Almost. And we want to request a chest. And pretty much same with Yumako seeds. More or less exactly the same system here. Now I'm going to need to hook up the control for this as well. In that this should only be active when I have green signal from the train telling me what that the train is there. That's pretty much it. That way it prevents the farm being constantly active and just wasting the fruit. There we go. Train is greater than 0, and we're good. They should be requesting Yumako seeds, which they are. And as soon as we have power poles, we'll be sorted. Now, To be honest, I probably need to make a setup for power poles because I'm constantly shy of power poles. Actually, what do I need for those? Iron stick, copper cable, steel plate. Steel plate, iron stick, copper cable. Advanced circuits. Okay. Well, it's going to be an easy enough one to set up. I would like it somewhere I can access the steel easily. But that might be a bit big ask. I guess I could actually start heading up in this direction now. But I feel that might not be the right move. Am I stockpiling steel in any crate? Hi. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I had a bit of a frog in my throat. Right. We do have steel in a chest. So I could pull this over that way. More or less everything would be available in as a consequence of that. So, sure. I want you to make medium electric power poles. You to make big electric power poles. And I guess having one make the substations is also worth my time. Only these should be passive provider chests instead. The irony of them not being able to be able to run because they lack the thing that they've been built to make. It isn't lost on me, game. Okay. All right. From this point forward, we should have all the power poles made now as well, which means that my train will be able to pick up everything it needs to resupply the bases. Now, ultimately, the goal is to get to the point where we've got agricultural science being produced enough that I can get rockets before the big chonky stompers show up, but increasingly I'm worried about that. Increasingly I am worried about it. Now, what's the priority of this station? Priority 6, good. This one is priority 3. So we are definitely heading there the second you need Yumako. Should be fine. Given that, though, I am starting to feel that it would be wise to make a couple of little spots. Oh, you're already on the way. Where trains can pass one another. Just a few. Maybe one down here, then make that a single route. Did you get enough to build the power poles? You did not. Very, very sad. So it's going to be another little while before you try to make that trip again. Given that, then, this actually now poses a perfect time for me to hook up the passovers. Or actually, I'm not sure what the correct term is for them. So this would be that enters down. We would remove both of these. Move both of the... Actually, given that, there's no reason to have that curl off so early. I can instead bring it all the way up here and connect there. Right, so... now we want it on that side. Have that there. Okay. I'm going to need to go down then. That's fine. Let's be on our way. Imagine the train is over there. Yeah, it is. We can make just a couple of these little areas for the trains to route around one another. Then I can get our construction trains start coming down here instead. And the reality is we're probably going to want a mining train making this run as well. So it's a reasonable thing to set up. We are likely going to set up a stone line down here just because of how ridiculously convenient it would be to do. Now, can I get a train in both locations? There. Yep, in fact, I could pop it there, and that means I can pop one there as well. There we go. That gives me a little one-way section. Hey, Bilal, how you doing, mate? Staying moist. Why do you have to say it like that? Yeah. God damn it, Bilal. Right. I could have this little waiting spot and this waiting spot down here, and then just have this as a single long track. It is a long piece of rail for that, though. I could instead have two, but you know what? The amount of landfill needed to cross this section actually makes it a good candidate for that sort of thing. So, yeah, I think we will, in fact, go up like this. No, we want to bring that back a bit. I'm gonna go through some power poles, which sucks, but is what 'tis. Oh, that lines up almost perfectly. But since this is going to be now one long section, there's no reason to have any of these signals down. Actually, let me use the proper one. Any of those signals along there. Likewise, no reason to have any of these signals down here, as these locations now need me to branch like that. And then honestly, I may as well just let this go all the way down to the train station. Don't take that one away. There we go. Alright, got a fair bit of work to do. I do believe the train is on its way. So I'm going to let it go past first. And then we will get a bunch of signals torn up. And other things put to rights. Hello, pentapods. Don't mind me. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Well, how are you doing, Bilal? Gleba is going okay. I've got new farms set up, which are... Well, I haven't set the farms up, but I've set up the rail infrastructure to connect to the farms. So I'm hoping that this is going to take some pressure off from the amount of spores being created by the farms, because they have kicked up a bit. But overall, the factory's actually doing better than I was expecting, if I'm honest. Based on time to consider what we've already built, I can see so many ways that I can improve it. And it was very easy to think, well, oh my lord, you know, this system is complete rubbish. There's no point in any of it. It's absolutely broken. But in reality, no, I think it's doing all right. Oh, who is there? Never mind that. That's what I know. That one's connected. That's fine. This one's going to have to move down just a touch. About there will do. Have I run out of rail? Ah, crap. Well, that is most unfortunate. Also run out of many other things. Okay. Well, I'm going to need you to come down then. Right there. Once you get here, I'm going to have to stop you. Go grab your gubbins. Yoink. Right, now with that, I'm going to drive remotely, reverse you, hopefully not causing any issues. Stop driving, and you can head back. There we go. Get rid of you and you. Oh my lord. Are you really going to take this long? Apparently yes. All of the copper, all of the time. A long week of work. Looking forward to the weekend. I hope you have a awesome weekend ahead of you, mate. Have you got any specific plans? Please tell me I haven't run out again. Oh, my lord. Ah, my lord. Our second train is going to try and get down here soon. Right, need you back down here if you've got any landfill. And you do. You've got 100. Perfect. Right, need you all... Actually, need you... here. So that it's easier for you to leave. Because this way you won't be in the one-way system. Perfect timing. No, 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 no. No, god damn it. Come back. Clicked on the wrong thing. I was desperately trying not to crash. Right, you stop right there. I did manage to crash. Oh my lord. Once again, never put me in command of a tank or a train, apparently. Trains can't even go off the rails. Board game, dinner, movie. Sounds remarkably cathartic, buddy. Get those removed. There we go. And those as well. Honestly, though, at this point, I'm going to say I just want the correct... Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Lots of things being destroyed. What just stomped? 6 guns got destroyed. Okay. Okay. Can I see what it was? No, not really. Now, we are starting to irritate quite a lot of the stompers over there, which is very much why I want to get this system up and running as soon as I possibly can. Knew you were on your way. Knew it. You were just trying to take me out. Everyone saw it. I've got video evidence. Scoundrel, you. Have we still not got one of these yet? For real? I can build one while I'm here. Oh, wait. I'm probably not requesting it, am I? I am not. Okay, well, that's fine. I've made it. Tunk. Oh, damn it, it left. Okay. Well, I'm going to have you just work for now. Just get this area prepped. And I can then at least place down the correct soil. Get everything cleared out. There we go. Now we'll switch this back over. And I will also take all of this back with me. How viable are landmines? Did you say that explosives are difficult on Gleba? Yeah. Until you've got research that comes from Gleba, you can't make them locally. Which is a bit of a problem. As you might imagine. Actually, I want to take all of this back with me. There's no reason to leave it here. Right, now this place will have no defenses for now. But at the moment, I'm alright with that. I can build, again, the defenses remotely. Don't get hit by a train. But now that I've got this, the rails laid out like this, I can just bring the train down here instead of driving manually on in the tank. God damn it. Those are some chunky pentapods over layers there. A little bit concerned about where that one's going. There you go. And we are back. Right. Okay, let's have a look over here. Everything's repaired. And since copper and iron are functionally infinite for me right now, I'm not that worried about having to repair a couple of things. Stone is a bit more of a problem, but even that, not too big of one. The main thing is not allowing things to be attracted to my base, and that is becoming more of an issue. So I'm thinking, going to want a defensive perimeter setup. I could set up something like I've got in on Nauvis. I'm not sure. Probably be a laser there. Power pole would activate all of them. Doesn't need to be more than this. Think about there. Yep. That will be enough to keep this place relatively safe. Very relative, but some walls wouldn't go amiss to stop the little wrigglers as well. They won't be useful in a traditional sense at stopping the pentapods from getting in, but they will prevent the worst shenanigans from happening. And I'll wrap the whole system in this so that each gun placement is an isolated area. So that again, any wrigglers that if a pentapod was stood over some of the guns when it dies, the wrigglers are going to be limited to those guns. They're not just going to be able to get out and go elsewhere. Hello, walls. Well, lad, you could join the party. There we go. That will be enough of a defense in that direction, I think. to deal with the biggest issues that will come our way. Let's get some lights there as well, since I'm going to the effort of setting it up. Right. Are we getting what I need? No. Not getting what I need. Okay, let's drag these through and all the way up. Oh, there we are. That'll get me the power poles that I need. I'm not producing lasers, I don't think, here. I'm not even sure I'm producing guns, actually. Am I producing guns? Am I producing lasers? No. Then how about we do? You can be regular gun turrets. You can be regular laser turrets. You'll request your relevant gubbins there. Actually, I probably should hook that up in a slightly different way. This one is easy enough to just say, just make two. But these need to specifically check how much is in there of the thing that they're going to be putting in there, because they're not putting in the same thing. So stack size of 50, I only want one. Same here, stack size 50. This will be for gun turrets. And again, 50 is fine. And this one will be for lasers. Right. Now then. Let's head on up. I can fabricate a couple more of those in my pocket. Also, don't want these in my pocket. Let's get rid of them. There you are. You know you've been on a planet too long when you don't recall what you're producing. Oh, damn it. I have been on Gleeper too long. No, that isn't up for debate, sadly. Right, there we go. But I noticed my iron has stopped again. Why? Oh, it's likely because the train is now occasionally making trips down here and there's nothing there for it to collect. Unfortunately. Let's make sure that all of this has got the correct soil. So that it can hopefully plant the entire plantation relatively quickly. Pollution's already almost gone from there. And that's what I'm kind of hoping is going to be the case with all of the farms eventually. I'm thinking we might need 3 or 4 farms of each type for us to be able to manage the pollution to such an extent that we don't ever attract pentapod aggression. And that is a lofty goal for sure, but hopefully we can make it work. Everything is on the move again. I'm going to say that maybe this should be more like 500. Same here, 500 there as well. Because what? That's 10 stacks. Oh, let's come down here. Okay, so once it gets here, this will activate. There we go. You should be active. Yes. You're enabled, but there's nothing to plant yet. You desperately need seeds, and are you bringing this? Oh, okay. Bye. I was sure that train had seeds on it. Yeah, it does. Then why wasn't it unloading them? Let's puzzle through this, because it's clearly unloaded some things. Let's have a look. Sometimes the wiring gets very screwy as things move around. Right, so I wish I could easily see. So green here is what it wants. Going into this inserter, which is deducting what it wants from what it has, which is coming in from there. You're saying we've got the Yumako seeds. Yumako seeds, rather. Really? So I don't see them. Oh, yeah, we do. No logi bots. Balls. That would be the issue. I need to trap a bunch of them. You. Gotcha. Actually, I didn't get that much. Damn it. It's like some sort of mini game. Gotta snatch the bots out of the air. 5 will be enough, though. I must construct more pylons, yeah, evidently. Right, but what I can do is use this train now. To drop me off right down here. Hop out quickly. Drop off the logic bots. Ah, you little shit. Fine. Right, there we go. They're now doing the things. You're already back. Butter wouldn't melt. Right, get back here, you. Right, but now this should start planting. Hopefully. I'm going to take it off restriction so it can plant for now. There we go. We got on there just in time. There we are. Okay, so with that done, that farm is going to be up and running. It's going to take a little bit to get all of the seeds planted, but it is going to do it. And once we've got bots being produced a little bit faster, then things will go a lot better for us. There we are. Look at all those delicious fruit trees. Planted and ready to harvest probably by the time the train comes over next. I'm going to let it finish planting all the fields that it can for the time being, which is like another 3. Why is it? It's in such a weird order that it's planting them. There we go. Add one more, and then that's that. We'll enable that again. Right, okay. So with that done, I'm going to say that we're in a much stronger position now. I still need some bot coverage over here. You're just outside of range. Oh, that sucks. There and there would do. Do I have enough? I do not in any way, shape, form, or capacity. But I will go and stand up there and hopefully get things a little bit primed. I can drop some ammo into the chest at the very least. Because the last thing I want is, after all of this effort, for just a stray stomper to come by and ruin everything. That would not be satisfying. Not even slightly. Right, there we go. Feeling a little bit more secure. Okay. So, with all of that going on, I think it may be time to go back and have a look at the Pridwen and set Pridwen up to bring us some modules, if nothing else. I could also be bots, frankly. So definitely want like 100 logistics bots. And sure, 100 construction bots. Let's head over to the Pridwen. Make sure Pridwen is set up for that. We'll add a little bit of something else. I'll request the 100. And the 100. But now it's time for us to have a look at redesigning the thrusters. Now that we know that efficiency is a huge thing, I could run on a single thruster. I genuinely could. And I could probably make it quite efficient, but running on 3 I think is just better for us. I think what we're going to do is pull this down to about here. Then pull this down to about here. This down the same way. Remove all of these pipes for now. So I'm going to need to do a decent bit of rejigging. Actually, now that I understand it better, there may not be a need to rejig anything. I can simply feed it all into this thruster and everything else can be taken care of. I'm going to want this to move down here and this to move down there. Yeah, they all maintain their connections. That's good. Now, assuming that pass-through works the way I'm hoping it does, I may not need too much going on over here. I can simply feed this thruster and it will feed the others. Oxidizer is the only thing I need to control from what I could tell. If you have a look in this, it only mentions fuel. Oh, no, fluid usage. Okay, no, it's fluid usage. Okay. So maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't just fuel. I thought that said only fuel. Also, I need to remove these because they're full of the wrong liquid. So I'm going to want to control the presence of thruster fuel over here. Sorry, yeah, that should be thruster fuel, but it's currently oxidizer. In fact, let me just get rid of all of these, as it's going to keep crossing streams. Don't cross your streams, chat. Really? That's clearly thruster fuel. That is no longer thruster fuel. I can probably do this faster by doing this. I absolutely can. Just break that for a second. Break this for a second too. Whatever you've got in this pipe, please pull it out. Am I misreading this? No. No, there we go. They are now empty. Alright. So. Uh-oh. Why can that not be... Oh. Is Pridwen... Oh, Pridwen is full. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. That is incredibly frustrating. We shall persevere. Also incredibly frustrating. Why does that keep happening? I'm not at all sure why that refuses to empty them out. Can I click the pipe and purge it? No. I can't. Sadly. It's a good suggestion though. Let's drop some things. I'm not going to need those. Hopefully. Oh, I can. You are quite correct. You can in fact do that. Okay, thank you. Let's just hook all of these up, and then I will empty them out individually. Okay, there we go. Looks like we are now clear. I'm going to want this to branch upwards like so. This to branch upwards like so. Going to want these connected. These connected. Why have I suddenly not got them? Why did you discard those? Oh, I held control. No. Instead of shift, I held control instead of shift. That's why those were discarded. Always be sure that you're holding down the right button, chap. Otherwise, you might cause your planet to have to go through a lot more launches than necessary. Well. Right, I can't read this pipe, so I'm actually going to require tanks here. Ah, oh, damn it. That's going to be an annoyance, though. Because what I want to do is read how much fuel is in these pipes. Well, actually, no. Because if I read how much fuel is in the pipes and I always put a little bit more fuel in whenever they're running low, consider they will naturally drain into the engine. That just means that over time the engine will just be filled with fuel. So no, that's not how we do this one. Do I do it on a timer? Oh, that's going to be awkward because it's going to require that I very carefully work out how much. Not a big fan of that one, I'll be honest with you. Not a gigantic fan of that. Also, it's a real shame that I've got these angled around the way I do. It made sense initially. Less so now. Maybe what I can do is have these branch a little bit earlier. That's filled with the wrong thing. Actually, no, what I could do is bring it all the way down here. That works. I don't like braiding, if you're wondering why I'm going to all this effort to effectively avoid it. It's because I just find it cheesy. As usual, I've got no issue with other people who find it really useful. It is useful. Patently useful. I just find it a little bit... It doesn't make sense enough for me to want to use it. Right, okay. So this is a bit different now. I'm going to take away D. We're going to use these in a very different way. This is reading how much fuel we've got. So I want this. I'm going to rotate it for now. To probably pump every now and then. So let's just make a very simple clock. I need a combinator. I need a decider. And yeah, I need 2 deciders. Yeah. We can make it pulse. So effectively, I pass through here. In fact, I pass all the way through. This becomes fuel for F for fuel, or other choice words you might want. If F is how often we pulse it, let's say once a second, we're probably going to adjust it. But let's just say if it's less than 60, then output F. So this is constantly ticking up and triggering. Now, on this one, I'm going to say if F is equal to exactly 1, so at the beginning of each of these, output, yeah, I guess output F. So we bring that down. This connects up there. Oh, I guess we don't read the fuel anymore because we're going to be wanting to. Well, no, it still makes sense to try and keep the fuel. If F is greater than 0, activate. It'll activate for a single pulse, and then it'll shut back down. There we go. Now I just need to wait for those to be delivered. Kind of a pain in the backside, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh. Are we getting a delivery? No. Let's have a look on Novice. Yeah, the factory's coming to life. The mines are suddenly kicked into action. Oh, did we just launch it? We may have just launched it. So if we go to Prudwen, we may be getting a delivery in a second. Yeah, on the way 50. Frozen yogurt. Sure. Sure, if you really want, I could use a fuel icon. Do we have a fuel icon? I mean, I guess. Yeah, thruster fuel. And these activate on the thruster fuel icon now. They're triggering far too often. Oh no, we can't use that. No. It does need to be F because F is not a signal that is otherwise in the network. So it does need to be F. It very much needs to be something very specific like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna say we are probably good to go. But that I'm going to do one more thing. I am now going to make this. Because previously I've been just issuing the command to go. With that little tick. Let's move that across. Let's also move this down.